In this video, I'm going to read through the background information. Make sure that as you read, you use the highlight tool to highlight information that provides the information that is important to understand Hammurabi's code. This could be things like, what does it in Hammurabi's code tell us? Who was Hammurabi? Now I'm going to read through. Make sure you're using the highlight tool. Hammurabi's code is one of the oldest law codes in the world, dating back to 1700s BCE. BCE means before Common Era. This is way back before even Jesus was born. This makes it close to 4,000 years old. The laws in Hammurabi's code can help us to learn about Babylonia. What does it mean to evaluate evidence? As historians, we try to understand what happened in the past by looking at different accounts about the past. For each account that we examine, we need to consider what useful information it provides about the time period that we are studying. We also need to remember that one account is never enough information to understand what happened in the past. That means that we must consider the limitations of each document as we examine it and think about what other information we might need. Who was Hammurabi? Hammurabi was a member of the Amorite dynasty who united all of Mesopotamia under the Babylonian Empire. He became king in Babylon in 1792 BCE and ruled until 1750 BCE. Hammurabi is one of the most famous for his law code, which is one of the oldest in the world. It is a list of 282 laws that deal with many different parts of society. The code was created in part to help unify a quickly expanding empire. In this law code, the government set up certain punishments for crimes so that the strong might not injure the weak. Before this code, individuals basically decided how they wanted to take revenge on people who hurt them. Hammurabi's code made rules more standardized so that everyone would know the crimes and penalties, similar to the way everyone knows school rules. I want you to pause here for a moment and see if there's anything in this section that might need to be highlighted that helps you know why the code was created and how it affected the Babylonian Empire. In the picture on the right, you can see what the Hammurabi's code actually looked like. There are various copies of Hammurabi's code that have been unearthed. Most are inscriptions on baked clay tablets. The most well-known surviving copy is an inscription on a stone slab called a stela. It is about 7 feet high, 2.5 feet across, and 1.5 feet thick at the base. At the top, there is a relief or image of Hammurabi and the god Shamash. The laws are written on the stela vertically and read from right to left. In the 12th century BCE, the king of Elam, which is located in present-day Iran on the Arabian Peninsula, took the stela. Like many artifacts, it was eventually lost. In 1901, French archaeologists unearthed the stela in Susa, Iran. They then took it to France, and it is now housed in the Louvre Museum in Paris. Go back over your notes here in this background information. What needs to be highlighted? What information is important to understanding Hammurabi's code?